So you guys, today we're diving into the best way to change your life, okay? The best way to change your life. If you have ever wanted to shift your career or a relationship or your health or your finances, any part of your life, but you do all the right things and keep hitting red light after red light after red light, and you don't know why, today's video is for you. I'm going to share a story with you that just happened this past Saturday, as well as 5 steps to change your life. And if you want, grab a pen and a paper. But really what I'm going to share with you, I hope, my intention is that perfect time for this new season allows you to clear the energetic blocks and get in alignment with what you're really here to blossom into, okay? So let's start by taking a deep breath in, just using these few minutes for yourself, to take care of yourself, to drop all the outer activity and receive something for your highest good. And as you're breathing, I just want you to consider the fact that when you were born as an infinite being. You were born in your infinite nature. There were no limits. You didn't even know the idea of obstacles or blocks or impossibilities. You only knew possibilities, okay? And so along the path of life, what tends to happen is there are these obstructions or these blocks, or what I call power interruptions, that actually create a skewed vision of life and a skewed ability or limited ability to actually express our full potential. This past Saturday, an amazing woman in our dojo community, it's our monthly membership, we had a workshop, a frequency workshop, and she was sharing with us that, well, first of all, she's an amazing coach. We've trained her personally. I know from my own experience that she is an incredibly talented coach. She has a very clear niche. She knows exactly who she's here to work with. She does the inner work. She promotes herself. She does all the things that she's checked all the boxes. She's done it all right. But financially, she hasn't been able to turn her dream into a thriving career. So in this workshop, she had this huge aha, because we went really deep to re-script the past and actually create a thriving vision, a thriving present, and a thriving future for your life. In this process, she uncovered that in high school, her career counselor said to her, "You are born to help other people. Like, you are naturally designed to do something like psychology or counseling." And she was so excited because in her bones, she's like, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to help people. But then she comes home and she shares this with her parents. She's probably 17 at the time. And her father says, "You will not make money helping people. Go get a business degree. You're going to go to college for business." And now if you knew this person, you would say to yourself, this makes no sense. Like, she is a natural healer. She's a natural caring person. Her disposition is so loving. Like, you feel healed just in her presence. To say that she should do this other thing that is so out of alignment with her, that moment in time, because the authority in her life said to her, "You will not make money helping people. Go get a business degree." That is what I call a power interruption, okay? So her power was interrupted. This was the origin of her energetic block. And I want you to look at yourself in the story I'm sharing with you, and this may help you, especially at the second half of this video. We're going to go through 5 steps. But in this moment in time, when I say power, I don't mean power over other people. I mean you, me, all of us. We are naturally empowered from within. And sometimes we have these occasions on our path that block or obstruct or eclipse the light, eclipse the power. So for her, when her dad said that, "You will not make money helping people," that went into her subconscious and it literally blocked her soul, her real path, her authentic path, okay, temporarily, till she found her way to the dojo, till she actually looked. And this is why I'm making this video, so we can all look at it. Now, here's the thing. We all have these obstacles. They're not the enemy. They're actually gifts. We come to this earth to find a lesson, to really master certain lessons, to live fully, to be present, to enjoy this life. And we have to have the obstacle before we can have the learning and the breakthrough. So just take that in for a moment, that life loves you so much. Life loves you so much that it gives you obstacles in order to learn a certain lesson and triumph over those obstacles. You can't actually gain muscle or strength in a particular area without the friction. So tuning into that. So what happens is life will give us these reenactments. Life will give us reenactments. What I mean by this is life will give or present the exact same issue that we went through in the past again and again and again. And it may seem like we're being punished. It may seem like we're in a living hell. It may seem like we're hitting red light after red light after red light. But really what's happening is we're being given this opportunity to break through and learn the lesson we are here to learn so that we can live in our full glory, in our full potential, okay? So for her, the way this showed up is perfectly. 20 years later, right? She's tried to do it the way her dad said to do it. She tried to do it. And then she actually eventually finds our coach training program, becomes a certified coach with us a couple of years ago. But the problem is she did everything right, got the certification, doing the inner work, being visible, giving massive value, but she's not charging for her services. Why? Because deep down, there's a belief in there, I won't make money helping other people, okay? So life just gave her a reenactment. What I mean by this is her partner just got hospitalized, okay, which is a very challenging circumstance for her. Financially, there's no way she can pay her mortgage on her own right now. So now her parents are paying for her mortgage. So she is in a reenactment where she's literally practically back in high school, like 17 years old. Parents are ruling her life, seemingly so, where she's now dependent on them financially. So in her 17-year-old self, if I don't follow my dad's rule, I won't have safety, security, stability. My needs won't be met. I won't survive. So the reenactment has come up where, again, her parents are paying for her mortgage. So that old belief has come up, and they actually asked her to go get a real job, okay? So here she is at this crossroads, at this reenactment. She's depending on her parents financially. It's a reenactment of her 17-year-old life. They are telling her to go get another job, otherwise they may not support her, okay? That could be how she construed it. If she doesn't get a job, they won't pay her mortgage, and then she goes homeless. That's really high stakes, really high stakes. The reenactment, however, happens because life is so generous that it's giving another opportunity to make a new choice, a choice that's in alignment with one's soul rather than fear. Now, she learned fear. We all learn fear. We're born love, as Marianne Williamson says, and we learn fear. So life will repeat a past circumstance so that we can restore love in our lives. So for her, when her husband, her partner gets hospitalized, her parents are paying the mortgage, she's being given this reenactment. And actually what's happening is her soul curriculum, her real life lesson, her earth school lesson that's coming up for her, her soul curriculum is being put in her face right now. And I'm sharing this video with you so you can look in your own circumstances to see where this is happening for you potentially, so that you can change your life, so that you can change your life in a lasting way, transform your life. So this opportunity has come to her because in the past she succumbed to her father's rule and went and did what her dad told her to do. And she did not follow the line of profession she wanted to do because in her mind, she wouldn't make money doing it. So she went and did the thing that was not in alignment with her soul, and she has struggled financially as a result. So ironically, her dad created the very thing he was afraid of creating rather than letting her soul blossom into what she's really here to be. So now she's here. Her parents are saying, we're paying your mortgage. We need you to go get a real job. This is the crossroads, okay? This is the soul curriculum. She either repeats the same thing, which she tried to do. She tried to get a job, exhausted, depressed, looking at jobs, feeling horrible. Or she can tune in and no longer be this, 50-year-old woman whose parents are above her, but come into this place of equality. They are not her authority anymore. They are equals. So her soul is asking her to step into this place of equality, of her inner authority, of self-trust, regardless of how her parents respond to her, trusting that they are not the source of her well-being, that there is an infinite supply and there's an infinite source always taking care of her. So in this situation, really, the opportunity that she came up with was, well, instead of just falling victim to what they want me to do and falling depressed as a result, because I'm not living my purpose and living this mediocre life that's really exhausting, that's not in alignment with who I am, she has the opportunity to put a really clear plan in place and speak to her parents, not from a child, but from an empowered woman, and say, this is my plan. This is what I choose to do. Can you help me with this? As Leonard Jacobson says, true power is asking for what you want and clearly stating what you don't want, clearly and lovingly, free of attachment to the outcome. I'm going to say that again. This is really important for conscious communication and changing our lives, living an empowered life. True power is asking for what you want, clearly and lovingly, free of attachment to the outcome. Now, this is exactly what she did. I just got an email from her, like just before turning this on, and I haven't even replied to her yet. So if you're watching this, beautiful soul, I'm like cheering you on. Jason and I are cheering you on so hugely. She had a very difficult conversation with her mom, and it was extremely uncomfortable. She did it anyway. She showed up as an equal, as a woman. Her mom at first tried to say, no, we want you to do this, this, this. And she said, if I do that, it's not going to set me up to succeed. I need this. Can you be on board with this? Can you support me in this plan that I see for myself? Her showing up in her power as a woman turned out to be extraordinarily well received by her mother, and they're actually supporting her. And she's moving forward for the first time in her life. This is a massive breakthrough. Her just speaking up as an equal, as her in her authority, true power, clearly and lovingly articulating herself, that's a massive breakthrough. The breakthrough has nothing to do with how they respond. It has nothing to do with outer circumstances. The breakthrough is always an inner job. It is all about restoring your inner power to change your outer life. If you want to change your life, we have got to restore our inner power. And that's what she did. Okay, she's an inspiration. She's powerful. She was terrified. But I said to her on Saturday in the dojo, can this be your breakthrough? Just you showing up as an equal, just you standing for your truth, you being in your authority with love and clarity. Can that be enough for you? Can that be your breakthrough? And she said, yes, I can. That is something I can do. And that's how changing our lives works. It works one step at a time, in congruence with our actual truth, with our empowerment, with our sourcing from something bigger than what meets the eye. So the result, you won't see a result in your outer life. It's impossible for things to change out there until we change in here. And so most coaches are going to guide you to change this and do this and goal setting. It's the worst form of coaching because it doesn't work. It's like you're paying somebody to help you with something they can't help you with. And that's why in our coach training program, we go really deep on an inner level, and our students actually go through an inner transformation first so that they're meeting their client from a place of their own transformation. And then they're able to sit with a client through anything and help guide them through a transformation easily, confidently. So the most important thing is to realize it's impossible, nearly impossible, to change an outer result without first changing ourselves, okay, restoring our inner power. So the 5 steps I just want to help you with is, let's first take a breath and notice before we move into these 5 steps, just taking a breath and noticing what stands out for you in her story. Where is there a reenactment happening in your life? Where was there a power interruption early on in your life? That's the origin of an energetic block. Okay, where did that happen? And instead of feeling like a victim, why did this happen to me? What if your soul actually chose that so you could learn a certain lesson? Okay, and you're finding this video so you can use the block, you can use the challenge, the interruption to accelerate forward. Okay, that's what it's for. You can't pull a bow and arrow without first pulling back with all of that resistance. That resistance shoots the arrow forward. The same thing with our obstacles and our blocks. They literally are the resistance required to accelerate our soul in the direction of what we came here to accomplish and what we came here to be. So please, anytime you have a trigger, it's not here to take you down. Life is so loving and so generous that it is triggering you into your greatness. Okay, it is a treasure in disguise. Triggers are treasures. I wrote a whole book about that because it's a reframe, I think, that can change our world. Okay, so 5 steps to changing your life. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. And I see your comments coming in. I'll definitely look at those. So the first step is to identify the energetic block. Identify the power interruption. Where is that origin of that energetic block in your life? Identify the origin of the energetic block. Did your mom say something? Did your dad? Did you witness, maybe you want a relationship really badly, a healthy one, but your parents were always in battle. So in your subconscious, it's like, there's no way, like relationships equal war. So what's the point? So you got to look deep. And this is why we created the dojo, because this is what we do there. We clear obstacles and energetic blocks. We look deeper so that we can emerge in our life purpose, so we can create our soul-centered businesses from a place of thriving, of overflow. The second question is, the first is identify the origin, the earliest moment in time you remember your truth being blocked or eclipsed by something you learned from the outside. It wasn't native to you. It wasn't original for you. It was something that life taught you. Life taught you fear. When was that? Step 1, identify that moment, that defining moment. Second step is to then clear that energetic block. Now, this would be like a whole workshop in and of itself. There are many ways to do that. In the dojo, we just had a workshop that really was clearing the energetic block by re-scripting the past. There's different ways of doing it. Self-forgiveness, so many ways. Just work with your energetic blocks to clear those energetic blocks. The third step is to track where life is currently giving you a reenactment. Track where life is currently being so generous, it's giving you this massive challenge or trigger so that you make a new choice, so that you gain the lesson, you glean the lesson from what life is giving you, and you make a new choice. Okay, so track, look and notice, there's this is so familiar. I've hit this red light 50 times. And look at it. Track where life is giving you another chance to make a new choice, okay? What is that new choice life is asking you to make right now? Remember, hint, clue, it's not an outer choice. At first, it's an inner choice. It's an inner shift. That's why clearing the energetic block is 80% of it. It's really important. Step 4 is to clarify 1, not 2, not 3, not 10, not 2,000. Clarify 1 step that's in alignment with your power, with an empowered choice, okay? That one simple step that will restore your inner power, that will restore your well-being. For this particular amazing woman, hers was to have a conversation with her parents from an empowered, equal place, to share her truth, not succumb to theirs, to share her truth and be willing to lose that situation in order to gain her own self-trust, okay? 5th step is to take the action. Once you clarify that simple action, take it. Take it and run with it, okay? And make sure it's an action that is not too far out of your comfort zone. It's about 15% out, not 80% out, not 100% out. Transformation happens over time. It happens with consistent, simple actions that we take every single day that are a little bit out of the comfort zone. And the next thing you know, we're living a transformed reality without trauma, from a place of ease, from a place of empowerment, from a place of celebration. Okay. So I hope that these steps really, really help you. And remember the word celebration. Celebrate yourself for the small, seemingly insignificant wins. You are amazing, okay? Life is incredibly challenging and complex, and you inside of your soul have continued to move forward and get up and get out of bed and get up over and over again in order to live your full potential and your full magnificence. And I know some days it is so hard. Maybe you even question what's the point, or maybe it's just you wish it was a little easier. And I just want to acknowledge the power within you. No one can take your power. Only you can temporarily eclipse it with beliefs that don't belong to you. So I encourage you to take a deep breath, follow these 5 steps, test them for yourself, and remember that you are so loved that the universe will give you challenge after challenge, not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to strengthen your wings and let them set your wings free and fly into the life that you and only you are here to live. Nobody else knows what's best for you. You do, okay? So if you want help with this, if you want support with this, join us in the dojo. I mean, there's only so many times I can share with you guys, like, I can't even describe, like, to have 2 of us coaching you, this incredible community, breaking through your energetic blocks, and also getting the business support to be visible, launch your soul-centered business in the world. It's unheard of, like what we're offering in there. And it's very private. Right now, there's about 30 people in there. It's extremely private. So this Saturday, we have the Authenticity Circle, where I directly coach you and support you with your energetic blocks. And then in the afternoon, we have another one where we're going to be creating 12 weeks of content in 1 hour. So we'll be doing more of the business-related quarterly planning, okay? So if you got something from this video, give it a thumbs up. It just lets me know you like this kind of content. And if you haven't already subscribed, you can hit the subscribe button and join us on this amazing journey. Oh, hi, Carmen, Dale, Emily. Heidi is here. My dad also pushed me into a business school. I hated it. After 3 months, I stopped, learned cooking instead, was so happy then. Thank you, Aussie girl, for sharing this, because that's a perfect example of you standing for what's in your soul and choosing what's best for you, and then gleaning the lessons, right? They gave you that contrast. Aw, Emily, I miss hearing your words. Lots of love from Italia. Oh, I miss Italia. Beautiful, you guys. Oh my God. I won't reveal who you are, but I'm so happy you're here. Speaking the truth, our work keeps showing up until we work it. Yes, life is that generous. Tina, speaking your truth. Oh, you are so welcome. Anna is in the house. You are so welcome, you guys. I love you all. I'm so grateful to be back here for Treasure Tuesday. It feels so good to be consistent again on Tuesdays. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my kitty cat is with us too. I can't fully see her, but she's the cutest. That's why there's a pillow on my desk, if you've ever wondered. Let me know how it goes. And please, if nothing else, remember from this video that life loves you so much that it will give you opportunity after opportunity to ensure that your soul gleans the gift that it's here to get, and that you can share that gift with others, okay? You transforming your life is what transforms our world. So remember, your well-being adds to the well-being of our world. What's one step you can take today that actually serves you, replenishes your self-care, replenishes your energy, and allows you to feel how incredibly magnificent and loved you are. All right, my friends, I will see you next Tuesday. Join us in the dojo if you're interested. Go to thediamonddojo.com, and I can help you directly on Saturday in the Authenticity Circle. and then for quarterly planning for your actual business. All right. All my love. I'll see you Tuesday, or I'll see you Saturday. Okay. Bye, guys.